It has been many years since I found my beloved elves, and still each day feels like a gift. The world is vibrant with anima, and there are no signs of the creators to diminish it. Is this what it feels like to be home? I have shown my elves the rudimentary tools to improve their civilization. Simple things, agriculture, and just a little magic. They already live in harmony with their world. All I have done is to give them the tools to intensify their connection with it. I have become the focus of a religion. Siward, one of the elven mystics, has spread the word of Seren via a great book called the Serde, and the elves have embraced it. It is gratifying, but I think of myself less as a god and more as a protector. I still sometimes ponder whether they love me of their own volition, or if they are enamored by my divine status. I choose to believe the former. I have almost forgotten the harshness of Freniske. It was a cold, dead world, but this world teems with life and warmth. I wept for so long when my beloved Siward died. It had been mere decades, but her body had grown decrepit and failed her. How is this fair? That Zaros and I get to live forever, but these noble creatures do not. Why must they wither and die, simply because of the passage of time? Their lives are so brief. They deserve more. I must fix this. I shall give them the gift of time. Music sits at the heart of elven culture. I have devised a method to share my essence with them through sound. In this way, they will accept and embrace my gift. Just enough to give them a measure of my longevity. Their lives will be measured in centuries, not decades. My priests have spread the song, and already I can see them growing healthier. They are calling it the Song of Creation. Not quite apt, but it has a nice ring to it. Now my elves will live the long lives they deserve. I have done something terrible. I hope my children can forgive me. The sun that was to bless them with long happy lives has inextricably tied them to me. Our souls have become harmonized. Though I believe they love me by choice, the part of me that instills a feeling of love in others has become a great hook in their souls. Barbed kindness, a love that literally breaks their hearts if they are apart from me for too long. If they leave my side for more than a few days, they become sick and feverish and will do anything in their power to return to me again. Forsaking duty, forsaking family and friendship. All that matters to them is that they return to my presence. kept apart from me for too long, and their fever becomes worse. Their heart stops, and I lose them forever. I have done a terrible thing. I am so sorry, my children. He visited me again, a young god empowered through accident rather than design, gifted with divinity, yet he neither craves nor desires it. I have done something terrible. He visited me again, a young god empowered through accident rather than design, gifted with divinity, yet he neither craves nor desires it. It must be strange to acquire such a mantle. I cannot empathize, for I have always been thus. Like my elves, he was a gentle soul, and I grew fond of his visits. I find myself impatiently awaiting him. Our conversations have become the highlight of decades. He told me of his people, and the tragedy that befell them, and in doing so he warned me against the dangers of other young gods. Perhaps he would be able to help me, but I am too ashamed to share my burden with him, lest he see me in the same light as those who destroyed his kind. For an entire race to be lost at the whims of a god is unforgivable. I must correct my mistake alone. Guthix is different, stronger somehow. He has grown in potential to a power that rivals my own, perhaps even surpasses it. I have shared my knowledge of anima with him, and he has gradually grown in power. But this change is sudden and disturbing. With it, he has grown in confidence. Were it not tempered by the gentle nature that has always been at his core, this growth would be frightening to see. He has told me of a world that he has discovered, a perfect world. He has already taken some races there, and now he invites me and my elves. The newfound strength emanating from him has a familiar feel. Not Ma. This is one of the others. I shall accept his invitation. I must see this world and discover the cause of his gain in power. Knowing I could not leave my elves alone for any length of time, I removed a shard of my being and breathed life into it. I shaped it to look like one of my elves and named it Haluned, then sent it to explore this world of Guthix's. She would be my eyes and ears. This world's abundance of anima struck me immediately, but I could also feel a drain on it. There was no doubt. My suspicions had been confirmed. The creators were here. Haluned explored this world as my proxy. Guthix's humans were there, attuned with nature, but in a manner different from my elves. One of them was different from the others, out of flux somehow, as though misplaced in time. I shall inform Guthix of this. If magic such as this existed here, then I knew there must be a way to fix what I had done to the elves. The elves will be sad to leave their home, but they must come here with me. This new world could be their salvation. I asked them to give up the world of their birth, to travel with me to a brand new world. They wanted to please me, but were reluctant to leave. They did not understand why they must, but to tell them would have shattered their innocence and their trust in me. The only way I could convince them was to withdraw from them for a while.